Show. Dan, one question.
Oh,
What kind of bird don't fly?
a little Back to the Future, little jailbird Scotty.
And on this week's episode, the X-Man finally gets a Scheffler off his back. Bryson DeChambeau rescripted, redo. We might get into a little Colonial if we have time. I don't know. It depends on if there's technical difficulties or not along the way. Or if I hear there may be a little love affair brewing out in Southern California. When somebody said they were going to be leaving Florida and relocating, I didn't know they meant California, Dan.
I know.
Hey, before we get into that, first off, shout out to for Johnny O. Thanks for the invitation to Greystone. If in case you're wondering what to do in Birmingham, Alabama, Greystone Golf Course. What a track, hell of a place, and I would highly recommend it. Let's just say I left an impression, Dan,
Oh, did
on the
you?
did I on the ride to the golf course. A gentleman may have propositioned me with he said I may need a little help shit talking some folks.
Oh, we're good at that.
Well, I mean, you got to be good at something. I mean, it might as well be shit talking. Let's just say by the fifth tee box, someone wasn't. They didn't really want to play the rest of the round with me. That they now have. Let me preface. There was shit talking on at the driving range in the
Yep.
warm-up process.
Hmm.
And somebody probably had a golf bag that was worth that the golf bag setup was probably worth more than the Porsche was. Just saying.
Oh,
So
okay.
I knew I was dealing with a class A to begin with. So I mean, yeah, four holes in, a little I showed up a little light, but I corrected. And yeah, if you get a chance, Greystone, Birmingham area, great place, great track. Highly recommend it. All right, so let's what do you think? Did the PGA Championship did it deliver for you? Are you who did you find yourself? This is a one of those multi-part interview questions.
Okay.
Did it deliver? And who were you pulling for on Sunday? If you even watched, you were probably sailing, you were probably teaching the dog new tricks, watching the latest and greatest new series that's out. I don't know. Did you even watch the golf
I
tournament?
I watched it live on Sunday afternoon. I was sailing on Saturday. I did get caught up on both days.
Hold on. You mean
Uh,
caught up in like the top
Nets.
mast or caught up in
Yes.
the
Yep.
nets? Caught up in
Yes.
the
Nets.
nets.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a
Okay.
shrimp. Yes.
Oh, like a shrimp. See the guy that was there at Greystone, he pretty much called me a shrimp.
Oh no.
I said, well, it's not my fault. Your arms didn't grow along with the rest of your body, and you can't reach your pockets.
Exactly. I pulling for Xander and Bryson. I like both of those guys. Um, you know, I we picked Victor to lose and he lost, but he did a lot better than we
By
thought
God,
he was
not
going
by
to
much, not by much. How about a Dakota Martini? I mean, that'll. All right. By the way, if you know what a
Uh,
Dakota Martini is, leave it in the comment or send us the recipe. That'd be even better.
Better, absolutely.
Yeah, we almost stayed a little crow on that one there, oh boy.
Yeah, we didn't
I
though,
don't
but we didn't.
but we didn't. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Sorry,
So
I cut you off.
golf won the week, right? This
Okay.
was the golf Super Bowl. There was so much drama. I mean, we're going to get to all of it, but between the Scotty Jailbird on Friday morning, between the Rory divorce and then the Rory rumors over the weekend, and
Mm.
Bryson's remake, his makeover, and all this stuff, it won the week from and this is our least favorite major is the PGA Championship. We went through all that, but at the same time, from a major perspective, couldn't have been more disappointing. And I will show you this stat here from Justin Ray. I'm not sure if you've seen this or not.
We're talking about chip ins? No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I don't. So here's my question. And for
Well,
those
you
of you
gotta,
that
you got people that are watching. You listen. You gotta
are,
tell them what it is.
for those of you that are just listening, right? Yeah. So Justin Ray Golf says the lowest combined score to par by the field in PGA Championship history. 2024 Valhalla was minus 214.
Yeah.
The next closest is plus 40, 95 Riviera,
Mhm.
and plus 59 at 28 Bell Reef, or
Mhm.
2018 Bell Reef, sorry. So here's my question about this. Oh, wait, hold on. Justin Ray says
Yeah.
typo, 97 at Riviera. I
Yeah.
thought there was something going on. I think Tiger puts one
Yeah.
down right now.
I knew you knew it too. Yeah.
So here's my thing is it so I watched most of Sunday on the golf course.
Yeah.
I can't lie, but I mean, and by the way, just complete shit at broadcasting a golf tournament. Why are we not watching the live guys? Well, I guess we saw a lot of Bryson finally.
A lot of
We
Bryson.
didn't get to see much Brooks.
Mm-mm.
If Patrick Reed wasn't chipping in, we got no Reed. We got
Yep.
no Neiman. I
Yep.
mean, didn't play that great. I get it,
Yep.
but so there were quite a few things. So I think I didn't look up what the record was, but this was. I mean, this may be your record for a golf tournament. I think there were more chip ins that
Yeah.
happened at the PGA Championship of Valhalla. It was almost 100. I mean, it almost hit triple, definitely high double digits, almost triple digits. And you saw. I mean, I guess some of what Bryson was doing wasn't a chip in because he putted a lot off the green on Sunday.
Yep.
But I mean, he was jarring it from kind of reminded me of myself at Greystone on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did golf win? I think there were a lot of theatrics that occurred over the week that helped golf to win.
Yeah.
That's what I really think that happened. I mean, we're talking somebody I posted something on Instagram, birdies underscore bourbon, by the way. And it's Scotty going to complete the Grand Slam. And it said that, and I got a lot of the only thing that could stop him, a lot of cop emojis, a lot of handcuff emojis. I don't think there's a jailbird emoji, or I would have got some of those. But yeah, that was that was classic. Here's my take on it. What's the chance that this was set up? It was a PR ploy. What's the chance?
Anything's possible now, but I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know if the staging and wrestling aspect of it. What do you think?
Well, I don't think they were wrestling.
Oh.
Although an $80 pair of pants did get torn beyond repair.
It's true.
Here's what I say is whoever the cop was, and respect for the folks in uniform. What a job that they have to do. And but here's my thing is if you are qualified to take on that level of responsibility, and I mean, I don't want to go, but I mean, there was just a tragic incident that had happened a few hours, a few minutes earlier, right?
Yeah.
And you know, and thoughts and prayers to that family. But you literally, as it's written up, you've got a police officer throwing themselves at a car
Yeah.
when you just had a tragic accident. I mean, and that guy's carrying a gun. Like,
Yeah.
is that, I don't know. I mean,
Crazy. What I don't
and
understand. Yeah.
it's 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
We've all seen those cars. I mean, there's
Yeah.
fucking stickers all over them that say PGA official, blah, blah, whatever it says.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it's the police. And I'm not saying that they're above the law, but I'm saying if you're there at 5 a.m. and you're going to pull into
Golf course.
they've got credentials.
They got credentials.
I mean, clearly,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
clearly Scotty was
It
was
may have
compliant.
been the dead body in the trunk. I don't know.
Now that may have
All I have to say. Go ahead, you first. Go ahead.
that may have been too soon. That may
Yeah,
have
me
been,
too.
that may have been too soon.
No, I didn't mean that, dead body.
That may have been too
I didn't
soon.
mean. Whoa.
Woo!
Woo.
Hey,
Hey, you don't come here for you don't come here for the easy stuff now. We're coming after
hot takes, hot takes.
hot takes only here. Now, I will say out of all sports, golfers are the worst drivers.
So I said this exact same fucking thing Friday morning. What are you doing driving yourself to the fucking golf course?
Yeah. What are you doing?
You're a millionaire. You're under 30 and you're the like top 10 money earner of all time in the sport. What are you doing driving your fucking self to the golf course? There's one driver that you should be using. One driver. That's the one in your bag.
That's right.
Your one medal.
So I would say that the police officer that dove on the car should have been at Scotty's rental, diving on him, trying to drive to the course. That's what he should have been driving. Not diving, trying to get him to stop because he's crossing a line to try to go to the range. Don't let him drive. No, don't let him drive.
What are we doing here? Why? Have you not learned? Did Tiger Woods teach you nothing? Well,
yes.
We'll get there. We'll get there later because there's other people that haven't learned lessons from Tiger Woods either.
That's true. That's true. I mean, he gave the blueprint of what not to do. So anyway, after Scotty shot, what did he shoot on Friday or Saturday?
He shot Saturday. Like a 65, a 67, a 7, like an even par, maybe 73, I think.
Yeah.
And then he came back with like a 65. I don't know.
So we have written the PGA Tour about getting credentials to be able to ask questions at those press conferences. So we really need to be able to do it. We're pretty good at this stuff. And we ask interesting questions. Why didn't anybody ask him on Saturday if he would have rather spent the night in jail? Never F with a winning streak.
You never do. Yeah, don't fuck with the winning streak. It's not. It's not good. You don't do it. Why would you? Why would you do it?
Why would you?
Why would you do it? By the way, I was very surprised to see his composure during the interview.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't taken aback, but oh yeah, well, I was doing some stretches. I was doing a little of this, doing a little of that. By the way, Scotty shoots a 67 on Thursday, a 66 on Friday. 73,
and
70.
Yeah, and that was the day that his caddy was in there too, right? So maybe something to do with it too.
Of which, what was that? Were we not in the know on that? I did not. I mean, I got the story. The daughter was graduating, and he went, but that was like way, and that's why was this shit like. Was there something going on here? And by the way, the chaplain could have said a few extra prayers over some of those shots he was missing because he allegedly it's not alleged, it's stated, but that was the PGA Tour chaplain that was on Scotty's bag.
Yep, exactly. So the reason I say it's not staged, and you can take this to the bank, okay? The reason I say it's not staged, if you were going to choose any golfer to fuck with on the way to the golf course, don't tell me it wouldn't have been Hatton.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, Hatton wouldn't have gotten there nearly that early. So
can you imagine Hatton in a Kentucky jail?
I don't know if they would have even got him to jail. Now that would have been I would have loved to have seen that video.
That would be like Roadhouse 4.
that would not have been compliant. Not have compliant. Duke's a hazard. Strikes again. I don't know. I mean, that was a bit much for me. If that fellow is still employed, I don't know what that's just what an embarrassment. That just an embarrassing episode. Scotty wasn't embarrassed. He was doing stretches in the jail. Wait. I ain't no jive turkey. He's a karate man. I bruise on the inside.
Yep.
Wow. That was something else. So I guess so. Maybe take it as this. Maybe the course was underperforming to such a degree that maybe they just had to throw in a little, had to spice it up a little bit. What are we going to do to kick this up? Because we've got to take the media's attention away from Valhalla.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
I
So
mean,
when are they going back to Valhalla? Are they going back? Have they announced going back?
that they have not.
Okay.
They have not. I would be surprised to see another major there. So what do you think as a fan? I mean, so think about it like this, right? So you had Shane Lowry who short dicks a putt on Friday, I guess, to shoot an all-time low at a major, 61. Who else is in contention? Rose, who we've seen nothing of, in contention. Billy freaking Horschel, which I'm glad I was on the golf course and we saw none of him. He shoots a trifecta of 69s, followed up by 64 on Sunday. Remind me to talk about Billy Horschel when we get to Colonial this week. And who JT T8. I mean, you've got low score after low score after low score after low score. I mean, just people ripping it apart, man. Hubbard's 68, 65, 68 coming into the weekend. I mean, here's what if you didn't win your major here and you haven't won a major before, there's a chance you're probably not going to win a major ever in your golf career.
Yeah, good point.
We did also talk about that the PGA is the most it has the most repeat champions of any other major. Right. And I think the Masters is a close, not a close second, but it is, it follows, but it's at the same course every year. So
right.
I don't know. I forget who said it. I'm not taking credit for it because I didn't say it, but I thought a great take was oh, God, I hate to quote. I'm not going to say the name because I don't remember if it was them, and I don't want to mention the name of the pod on here. But if it definitely was. It was DJ. It was from NLU. I'm pretty sure, and it's hey, if you want to go ahead and can the PGA and you want to count the players as a major, I thought that was, I'm down for that. Down for that. Just let the PGA stand alone. And because here's the way this potentially goes down, right? Is Scotty doesn't win the PGA. Scotty won the Players and he won the Masters. What if he now wins the US Open? Could happen. And he wins the Open. Could happen. Asterisk, right?
Asterisk. Yeah, good point. Good point. I've been doing some betting on my phone in the last couple of days, and the one thing I cannot find for the next women's major is Nelly Korda arrested on Friday. It's not there yet. Just not there yet.
What is she? 6 out of 7 tournaments now. She's a winner.
Exactly.
6 out of 7.
Yeah. When it's her turn to be arrested.
But maybe the next major.
Maybe the next major. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. To your point, the next PGA, women's PGA.
All right, let's get. I want to go through the timeline real quick. Can we go through this timeline?
We can, of course.
All right, so real quick, because we're on Scotty, right? So let's just stay on Scotty for a second.
So
here's our Twitter page. Okay, so on May 13th, we're congratulating.
By the way, all the cool kids call it X now.
Oh, X. Okay, on X, we're on May 13th. We're congratulating Scotty on having a baby.
Having a baby.
Yep. And then on May 17th, we get jailbird Scotty.
I mean, the fact that they took him in and put him in orange and all this shit, doesn't that say no? That seems a bit excessive for a traffic violation.
It does. It does. Don't you wish he would have borrowed an outfit from Ricky on Sunday, or even on Friday?
Friday orange.
Friday orange. Oh, we're gonna get that trademark for TaylorMade.
And he is from Texas. I mean,
he is from Texas. Some of the best memes of the day. Scotty leaving heading to the first tee, got the OJ Bronco, put the bunny back in the box from Con
Nick
Air. Yep.
Cage, yeah.
Yep. Then you got Louisville Police Chief, going crazy. The Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here you go. Here's
So,
your misfits right here.
some of the best mugshots of all times. John Daly, T Woods, and
Old jailbird
one
Scotty.
Scott Alexander Scheffler.
Yep. Greg Norman right now.
Come to daddy. Come to daddy, says Dr. Evil.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. I like this one here.
This is good.
Johnny Cochran, if he's next to the tee, he must be freed. Oh, Twitter on Friday morning was way too. X on Friday morning was way too good. Way too good.
I do prefer to call it tweeter, but somebody may not know what a tweeter is.
Yeah.
So just so they can find it if they want to see that. I don't know. I mean, that's why I say, man, and he miraculously makes it back to the golf course, 52 minutes before his tee time. I mean, by the way, probably some of the best commentary of the event was the over-under on was Scotty going to make the tee time, and hearing everybody scramble and make up all this bullshit about how, if you get enough people to vote for it, we could just shuffle them around and we could change the tee times. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's going to be fair.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the play, The Book of Mormon?
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's also a movie, but I could see Joseph Smith throwing the stones into the hat during this whole episode. I don't know, dude. It's like, hold on. You're just making the fucking rules up as you go, right? Because I mean, it wasn't. When was Rory getting? Hold on. Didn't Rory meet his wife when he was going to be late to an event, and she rushed him in, and he came running into? I don't know if it was the U.S. Open. It could have been a PGA. I forget what tournament it was, but it was definitely a tournament where Rory was going to be late. And she's carting him in there. Hey, let that be a lesson for you. Don't ever offer a ride or accept a ride from a PGA Tour player.
It's worst drivers ever. Okay, so what is the we've talked about this before. This was on, I didn't repost this. There's so much to repost, but what does the Champions Dinner look like next year?
Well, apparently they offered sandwiches in jail. They said, "Do you want the full experience?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, do you want a sandwich?" Of course, I want a sandwich. I want a sandwich. And I figured, so they're going to get sandwiches. DJ's going to be happy about this.
DJ's going to be happy,
and they're going to get mats.
Mats.
We got to stretch. We got to stretch. Got to stretch.
Oh man! All right.
I don't. Yeah, I'm very confused. This feels so staged to me because I mean, and I get there was a misdemeanor. And number one, I mean, why don't I hope that charges were filed against the officer.
Yeah.
For endangering Scotty Scheffler. It's
No
like
kidding.
you can't run and throw yourself at my car. Is it jaywalking? I mean, because you got to. We've all been to these events, and the roads are marked off. So, and you've got bus lanes, dedicated bus lanes. You've got dedicated PGA members only. Do you know how many times I've tried to sneak into a fucking event with a fake badge? Not a fake one, but not a legit. They're like, no, sir. And I'm like, I know, but look at this badge. Look at this badge. Yeah, but it's only got a circle. You got to have a circle, an X, and a check mark to go through this lane. And that they are very diligent about checking credentials at these events.
Yeah. Kind of weird that it was a player car. It's like it's a player car. Just guys, just leave it alone. Yeah. So weird. Get a driver. Words of the wise. Everybody, do the Tom Petty. I haven't driven in 20 years.
And don't back down.
And don't back down.
Don't back down. I don't know if Louisville's Kentucky's a stand your ground state, but it damn well should be.
Should be. Should be.
So all right. So we've gone on and on and on about Scheffler. Yeah. Do you anything else you want to say about? I want to talk about Xander. I want to talk about Bryson.
I know you do.
You,
I'm good with Scotty. Yeah.
any love affairs with Scotty Scheffler that have been leaked out as of yet? In jail. In jail.
I would watch that TV show.
Don't they have cameras on them at all times in the cell?
I would think so. No.
And when he says was he stretching out or getting stretched out? And how'd that go?
Good point. Good point.
Saying.
Good point.
Just saying.
If you were,
right.
but here's the thing, like, you know, if you're the fitness coach and he's taking your guy off to jail and you try to convince him to not take him and this and that, and you just stretch him, wouldn't you just deck the officer so you could go with him?
I think you would.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're committed.
Yeah, exactly.
If
you
you're
gotta
committed,
deck the officer. Yeah.
If you're committed, you would.
Yeah.
No hesitation. If you're
Exactly.
committed, if you're committed, I mean, you know how they always say, "Oh, my team." Oh, and he talked about, "Oh, I was leaning on my team." Well, clearly, your team was nowhere to be found when they were stuffing you and putting you in the pokey. Where was your team then when you were desperate? I mean, are you desperate on like the third tee box, wondering what club to hit? No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're desperate when you're sitting in that cell and you're like, man, if I had that little file with that little cake with that little file in it, I'd be out of here already. Jesus Christ. And he's wearing an orange fucking jumpsuit. No way.
Oh my gosh.
Give me a break. What are you doing?
Man.
What are you doing? Innocent until proven guilty, Your Honor.
Exactly.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Do the charges get dropped?
And I haven't seen him be dropped yet. I think he has some kind of arraignment or something on Thursdays. The last thing I think I saw.
No, arraignment tomorrow, arraignment on Tuesday, and then the proceedings are like June the 3rd or something like that.
Okay. So I wasn't far off, but okay.
Which remind me when we get to Colonial. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at the field and I'm thinking, well, he ought to just dust this room up. But then I'm like, I don't know. I mean, he's coming in hot. He comes in hot pretty good, by the way.
Yep. Sure does.
All right, Xander and Redo. Out of everybody, I mean, I'm thinking of the people that were playing this week at with Liv. I mean, quite a few people. Cam Smith, finishes T63. Where'd DJ? He didn't finish worth it. He sucked. I mean, he made the cut on a whim. Where was he at? He's Terrell Hatton, T63. Who else is where's he at? P Reed, T53. It doesn't matter, but where's DJ T43? So Bryson Neiman T39. So I mean, Bryson's really. So the reason I bring this up is because of Liv. And I bring it up because I feel like I'm not saying people aren't happy for Xander to win a major. Clearly, his dad had zero confidence in him winning this major.
Oh, we got to talk about that. Yeah.
Clearly he had zero. So, all right. So another question is Xander is Mr. Schauffele is Stefan, is his ass chapped because Xander said, "Hey Dad, I'm getting a new coach. Just pump the brakes. I'm going to go see Chris Como." We actually need to get Tattersall on to talk about this, but that'll be my mission after we get done. Is we got to get Tattersall on to go through this.
All right.
Because Xander kind of said, "Hey, pump the brakes, Dad."
Yep.
And Dad didn't shit. Dad said, "All right, I'll pump the fucking brakes. I don't need you. I don't need to come watch you finish T2 again in another major."
Yeah.
And he said, Dad said he had some tears drummed up for him.
I know he did.
Yeah. What are you crying for? You crying because you weren't the coach that got him there? Are you crying because you weren't the dad you should have been? Are you crying because you couldn't have just been there to support your son? Or are you crying because you know that evening breeze over in Hawaii that kicks up and it kind of blows a little that sea mist in your eyes,
There's
and you
definitely
start
that.
to get your eyes start watering. What do you think about this?
I think he got some sunscreen in his eye.
Weak showing. Weak
Weak
showing.
showing.
Weak
Why are
showing.
you in Hawaii when your kid's playing the PGA Champ? I don't. That's weird, man. That's weird. That's real weird.
I don't know. I think it's a weak showing. Not only is he playing in a major, but he wins the major.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get from Hawaii to Louisville in a day. FYI, I hear Louisville is an international airport.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, allegedly. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Hey, if you know that Louisville is or is not an international airport, I don't let us know. Tell us. I think it is. And I know Hawaii is not an international destination, but it is not with the contiguous 48. So
I
there you
don't
go.
know why you're in Hawaii. I don't get that at all. That was weird to me. Yeah.
I think he's being a little sour ass because Como is coaching him up, and I mean it ain't like he played like shit the previous
No,
week.
he was like in second place, wasn't he, at
I know.
Wells?
I'm saying, and your son, outside of probably who Greg Norman, probably has like the best major record without winning a major until yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird. Very strange.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little miffed by that one, but good on Xander. I mean, maybe he said, "Dad, stand back, man. I got this, bud. You're crowding my space, yo. Ease up off me." Kind of like it's probably what Scotty said to that guy that was in the cell. Like, ease up off of me, bro. You're crowding my space.
Hey, Dad, I just won the PGA Championship. I won a major. He's like, well, great, son. Well, I'm in Hawaii. Well, I hope you're wearing Adidas.
I gotta let me get a towel. I gotta get this sand out of my eye.
I hope you're wearing Adidas.
Uh,
Because y'all can both go to hell.
let me get another towel. I gotta get this. No, he was wearing December. He's like, oh, let me hold on. I gotta go get a fresh towel. I got a little something in my eye over here.
Oh, yeah. The Adidas quit on him in January. Here he is, a major championship for the year.
Major champion.
There you go. Serves you right.
Did anybody at the PGA disappoint? Well, you want to? Well, let's do this. Did anybody? Were you unimpressed by anyone? And then I want to talk about Bryson because and then I want to talk about who you were most impressed by. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth or plant any seeds here, but
You want to go who I was least impressed
yeah,
with?
least impressed. Least impressed.
I'm looking at the leaderboard here.
Ludwig's hurt, so he's got some injuries. I don't know what's happening there.
Well, let's just start with the cat. So what does the cat's future look like?
He should buy stock in Scotty Scheffler because not good. It's he didn't play well. I mean, and this was probably the easiest major course that he'll see for the rest of his career.
72-77.
And he
Ouch.
doesn't, and he misses the cut, which we both predicted. We both thought that was going to happen.
72-77. Yeah.
But both fans. I'm a
No,
fan.
come on. We're
You're
huge
a fan.
fans.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love some Woods. He probably
I'm
ought to
just
go.
saying the game is that's bad, man.
It's
Oof.
bad. It's bad. He probably should go for some, just for hymns. Just for hymns.
It's true. It's
He
true.
probably could look sponsorships. I see sponsorships coming his way.
So you bring up a good point. The U.S. Open is next in Pinehurst. Do we see Tiger get arrested in Pinehurst?
I may be there. I hope the cops aren't really on the prowl. I hope they're. Guess what? I ain't driving. I'm getting. Somebody's gonna be driving my ass around. So
You can drive Tiger around.
I could drive Tiger around. Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, somebody needs to tell Hotel Clark you will never win a major if you don't play more than 36 holes.
So is he spent? Have we seen, has he had his run?
Ugh, good golfer, man. He had a good first part of the year.
Has he
Great
had his
last year.
run? Has he had his
Uh,
run?
Seems like it. Seems like it's done for a little
All
while.
right, all right.
What do you think?
Had his run.
Done. Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Rom.
Now that one's a little. I think he's lost interest. I don't. I think there's a lost lack of interest here.
Okay. Let's see who else. That one really surprised me. That surprised me. All right, so here was your pick, Cam Young. Made the cut, but didn't do very well.
Did not do well. He didn't do it. Didn't do well on an easy golf course. A little surprised by that.
Can't lay.
I don't know. You know how I feel about that. I mean, maybe he's a great guy. Doesn't seem like he is. Here's what I think is getting ready to happen is I think there's going to be distance between Cantlay and Xander
Really?
from this point forward.
Do you think Cantlay will try to steal the coach?
I think the better question is Chris Como okay coaching Xander now that his price tag went up for the LIV?
There you go. There you go. A couple more. Koepka.
I mean, Koepka had a couple like not so good days. He made a punch on Sunday, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a 66.
Yeah.
The bad day was Saturday, probably because
well, they had some weather issues, and there was a delay in finishing Friday. I heard somebody got arrested, and they had to
it's kind of a weird day and all that.
How do you pump that much fog into Louisville with the cloud cover that high?
It's crazy, crazy. Justin Thomas.
You can't be disappointed. I mean, he
No,
finished
no,
like
no.
T8 or T9.
I'm just going all the way down the list, all the way to the top, just hitting these players that
T8 or T9, and not
yeah,
disappointed.
T8, yeah.
Yeah, he
And then
in a weak ass field like this. So here's the thing that helped Justin Thomas. It helped a lot of people. I'm telling you, like there were chip-ins galore. So even though I mean, so the greens look, we got to go play that course number one.
Yeah.
And the
I know where we can spend the night.
I hope we get the same room.
Oh, I do too. And Sammy.
And yes, and Sam. Do you think there were Sammy options, or it's just
We're
like,
gonna find out.
It is Kentucky, and I am a fan of do you think they fry the bologna before they put it between the two pieces of white bread, or do you think it's you just get it right out the fridge?
I think the fridge for that, yeah.
I hope they give me a little mustard. I like a little mustard on my bologna sandwich.
Nice.
Just saying. No, you know who I was disappointed in, and who I think has it. I mean, I don't know how much interest they had to begin with, but now that they're, they got paid, smoking hot babe at the house, a legend for a father-in-law now. I think he's. I don't think he wins another. I don't think he wins another major. And
does he win another live event?
I don't think he cares if he does or not. So
wow.
That's
sad but true.
I don't think he cares. I think he's going to be one of those like just watching him walk around.
Yeah.
Now they say the camera adds like moments of anxiety, and I don't give a fuck that you wouldn't see in person. But it just it was Dusty was just, I mean, he's just like I think he's lost interest. I don't think he cares. I don't all
right, let's talk about the redo.
Hey,
that was your best Michael Block impression, by the way.
You know when it's your best Michael Block impression is when it's your unintentional Michael Block. Well, it's your unintentional Michael Block impression. See, I was gonna go this whole show without bringing that up. And there you go.
You did the face though.
Um, by the way, he's playing at Colonial this week, so he does have a chance to make it to the PGA Tour still. But I mean, I think that if you want to know who really won this week, I think DeChambeau won the week.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
he's I mean, even over Xander, who won the major championship, I still think, like, what an interesting guy, man. I mean, it's like it's kind of like rehab. You know how Amy said, I don't want to go to rehab, and I said no. It's like I think Liv has been horrible for DJ. I mean, maybe it's been good for him. I think it's been bad for his golf game. I think this whole Liv thing has been great for Bryson's golf game.
Yeah.
It's allowed him to do what he wanted to do. He contributes to his dad had some health issues, and he contributes a shitload of money to them. He starts his foundation and builds his little deal in Texas, blah, blah, blah. But most importantly, he now gets to go to YouTube and he gets to be popular because he said it many, like he was the nerdy kid that nobody liked, that nobody wanted to talk to, that, oh shit, guess what? I mean, like, he is the epitome of the ugly duckling.
Yep.
And in that he was this kid that didn't have any friends, oddball, weirdo. I mean, all that shit's kind of stuff. I don't know if it's, I don't know him personally. I just know what he said, and I'm taking this, I'm digesting it from my lens. And, he's the persona that kind of sits back and says, hey, here's who I used to be and here's who I am now. I don't think it's any different. By the way, remind me, this is another, this is a dating story I got to give you. But it's like, it's like Liv has turned, and now granted, he's now what, 3 years into Liv. So he's now what is he, 30 or 31? So there's a lot happens between 21, and 30 and 31. So, two-time major winner, I believe. And
30. Yep.
It's 30, two-time major winner. And he was wealthy to begin with, right? I mean, it wasn't like he needed the money, but now he's got new money. Correct me if I'm wrong on the two-time.
I think it's one time. Yeah. I think it was just the one. Right.
I don't know. You'll have to help me out with that one.
Yeah.
Maybe. And but my point is I think that I think he's
won 2020 US Open.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yep. So Wingfoot, right? Is that where we're? Yeah. So for some reason I was thinking he won, but Collin won in
Harding Park.
California. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. I was thinking that one. So but my point is he's changed a lot. Yeah. And I feel like people were really cheering for Bryson and wanting him to win.
Mm-hmm.
Which it doesn't, to blow my mind's probably not the right thing to say, but it definitely is. It's not what I think if you ask the casual golf fan, I don't know that they would have. Well, I don't know. Probably the casual golf fan was pulling for.
Yeah. He definitely won the crowds over. Holy cow, did he have a redo or a makeover or whatever you want to call it? But he's the one that's probably come out of Liv the best, right?
I think 100%. I think that because he is literally, he's taken it. Because think about this. We're probably going to have to just do this show and then do another one, by the way, for Colonial. We don't have to. We can make it short and sweet. But I don't want to stop with this because, I mean, if you think about Like Jenna Sims has definitely taken over Brooks Koepka's story.
Sure.
And there really is no Brooks Koepka story, right? I mean, other than he's a 5-time major champion and he played like shit at Valhalla, which is a place, by the way, that and he's probably going to say that he didn't play hard enough for me to capitalize on it. I haven't heard any commentary from him, but it's really the Jenna Sims story. DJ don't care. Pauletta's never been engaged and involved. I'm trying to think of who else. P. Reed, I mean, outside of the Masters, I mean, you know, generally you could say, hey, we got a top 20 guy here, kind of, but nothing spectacular. But I think that, we heard jack shit out of Phil.
Yeah.
Nothing out of Phil.
Cam Smith wasn't doing well. Yeah.
Nothing. But Cam Smith didn't say that there's nothing coming from him. I mean, I really, and I don't watch Bryson on social media, YouTube, but he's really taken advantage of a platform. And I get that a lot of these guys are, years older than him, but he's really taken advantage of like this is probably, well, I don't know. I'll ask the question. Does Liv want the other 53 golfers, or do they want the one golfer? Do they want 53 more of him?
Oh, they want 53 more of him for sure.
I think so.
I think
Yeah.
right now they would I mean, they're all about, like you're talking about social and young
Yeah, sure.
dynamics and
Yeah.
things like that. But I also think he's great for them because he's an American and he's got personality, right? But then they got the Australians. They really want Hideki bad for the
I
Japanese
don't,
and the
but
Asian
but
market.
I don't know what that's going to do for him because I mean, think about Liv, right? Think about, hey, if I had 54 Brysons, I've got 54 individuals promoting themselves on social media,
Oh,
which is represented. So I say that in the sense of it'd be interesting to see what those contracts look like and how much posting has to be done. Because I'm wondering if there isn't some tie-in to, hey, we're going to give you $100 million, but we've got to have some time. We're going to play golf next month in out west, and there's a fee. The fee is it comes with talking about it, talking to them, posting and doing all this shit. So I'd be very surprised if the live piece didn't look like that. And if it doesn't, it very well should. And I mean, I'm definitely not an attorney, but I've looked at the contract or two.
but he's doing a great job with his game, right? And it was apparent, and the reason he won the week is it was apparent that he is a champion, like a major champion that has the ability to promote his brand. But more so than even that is on the course, he's got personality. And the PGA Tour has lost so many people to live, and most of them aren't worth anything anymore, like to your point. But they don't have these superstars anymore on the course. They don't have these
Did you see him
personalities.
high stepping? He
Yeah.
was high stepping in the fairway after like I don't know, like a 230-yard 9-iron or some shit. He was just jarring putts
Yeah.
off the green, I mean, he was fist bump. I mean, this is like like what I saw. It was Tiger, it was Phil. It was Tiger again. Who else did I see out there? I mean, that the showmanship was he was delivering, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he delivered.
100%.
He stole the show from Xander. Not
Yeah.
only did he steal the show from Xander, but then he followed it up with hey, what a nice human he is. I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about like he's a nice human? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's a good thing, right? It's better than being a bad. I mean, you've
I mean,
you've met. I
I
think
can
we
be
talked about him on the show. I think we
I
talked about who you met that weren't necessarily nice to you.
I could be a douchebag, and I would if I were like if I were trying to be underhanded or yeah, some of the words that I want to use, I won't use them. Sometimes YouTube's likes to rips us down, but I mean, to describe somebody as a nice human, I don't know that that's really the right way to describe somebody in a positive light. He's a nice human.
Yeah.
What does that mean? He flushes the toilet after he takes a dump? What does nice human mean, actually?
No,
That
big week
yeah,
for Bryson. Big week for
big week.
Bryson.
I'm impressed. I was very impressed by I was impressed with everything that happened. He didn't have a little sour ass coming in there because he actually could have won. Bryson left some stuff on the table that he could have won that. Could have won that event.
Well, speaking of, he's a major winner. He had his makeover, his redo, to your point, and we put all of our stock, all of our stock behind the leprechaun last year as the little commie, the little commish. And little do we know, he might have been out in San Diego having himself a little bit of a time. And maybe that's why he resigned.
Hold on.
But I'm not going to no, I got one more point to make. And then I'm going to let you give the leprechaun the intro. But what if Bryson's the one that can make this thing come together?
Tiger's not going to let that happen. Tiger's not going to let that happen. But
Tiger's never there on the weekend.
It's a good point. All you got to do is stay sober until Saturday. Actually, you don't even have to stay sober. You just got to make sure you're up Saturday morning.
Exactly. All right, you can make the transition over to the leprechaun.
We got to do Colonial on another jaunt, don't you think?
Oh, we'll just keep going. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Yeah, let's get through the next two stories.
No. She said keep going. Keep going. No, keep going. And take out. So COVID's over. COVID's over. COVID's over.
Yep.
The great pandemic of the 21st century. It's said and done. And you got to bring that shit up anyway. You can actually go to a restaurant and eat now.
You can.
You don't need to wear a mask unless you're robbing the joint.
Correct.
And if you're robbing the joint with a mask and you've got a Irish accent, be careful. They'll pick that out in the lineup. I need you to say what is it? Put your fucking hands in the air, motherfucker. was that
yeah.
Put your hand. No. Say look at the no. Face forward and say it out loud. Put your hands in, okay. My point is so there's trouble in paradise, by the way. So apparently well, let me get this out of the way first. So the godfather of mergers and acquisitions, the architect of mergers and acquisitions, one Jimmy Dunn.
Yep.
This is not alleged. This is facts. He has removed himself from whatever the board is, he's removed himself from the PIF PGA acquisition. So we talked about this a few weeks ago. I'm just setting the stage. There was another guy that pulled himself out. Well, let me rephrase that, because if somebody's listening, they'll get excited. There's another guy that removed himself from the board. What was the dude's name?
Oh, it's I'll get it here in a minute. You went over there. Hold on.
So the other guys pulled him. So I'm gonna full circle this. I'm gonna bring it back in like the next 27 minutes. So the other guy pulls it back in, or the other guy pulls out. And so now because I mean it's wholeheartedly been handed like chips it like the kid's got alligator skin.
Mark Flannery.
Mark Flannery's out. Is it alligator blood or alligator skin? What do you have? What did KGB say? KGB said, the kids got alligator blood.
Blood.
Yeah, blood. Yeah. Pay the man.
Pay to
So
man.
pay the man. So, when it's Scott's coming in. So now Tiger's left holding the bag. I mean, guess who I don't want holding the fucking bag?
Tiger.
I want him left holding the bag. So, and I say all that to say, McIlroy, the divorce. I'm not an attorney, but allegedly the papers have been filed. Can we move past allegedly, Dan? Is this official? Is this court records that it's been filed?
According to everything we've seen, it's official. Yes.
Also, what you shouldn't be doing is taking advice from a guy that can't even make it through Thanksgiving.
I know.
Allegedly, there's a love affair on the PGA Tour.
Exactly.
It may not be love, but there's an affair going on the PGA Tour. So, at what point in time do we have a conflict of interest, Dan? And I need to go back and watch because I think it was the Masters, and I think there were some folks sitting in a room, a female and a guy and a girl and a guy. And I think he was doing a lot of commentary. I think it could have been RBC because he typically doesn't play there. Was she at RBC? I think she was at RBC. Is that where they spent so much time in the booth together?
It could have been.
So maybe it wasn't the Masters. Maybe it was RBC when he hung around and he was chit-chatting her up. So allegedly, you want to pull up a screen.
Yep.
So we're doing. We're just reading off of social media. We're not spreading any rumors.
No,
we're not starting anything that hasn't already been. No shots that are fired.
No.
But I don't know. Balionis and McIlroy.
Balionis and McIlroy. That's the rumor.
How's she at driving?
That was question number one.
So I'll paraphrase a bit. Who's this coming from? This is coming from the Liv Golf Insider.
Yep.
I'm the one that sent you the message. Who just announced the one that just announced his divorce, who you posted as having an affair with a reporter from CBS. Been seen all around San Diego. So I'm reading at us to say that she and he, that McIlroy and Balionis have been seen around San Diego.
Yep. That's what it's saying.
More specifically, Amanda lives in Crown Point neighborhood on Pac Beach. My sister was at a restaurant. Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people's sister was at a restaurant, and he came to pick up a to-go and to use the name Amanda. He paid cash. People noticed him, and he was out. A good friend of mine works at TaylorMade, his sponsor. He does play TaylorMade. And I told my sister, saw him, his exact words, he wasn't supposed to be in town for 2 more days. Just letting you know, it was something. TaylorMade friend does PR. Sent me. Okay, so whoever this sister is, this PR guy, they're probably going to get fucking fired. Just saying. It could be a PR girl. Don't know. Just said PR. I said guy haphazardly. Could probably lose it. So if you're looking for a job in Pac Beach, well, they're actually on in Carlsbad. But if you're looking for a PR job at TaylorMade, there's probably an opening or two. Anyway, that's not what they said. I'm saying that, I'm saying, and whoever's sister this is, she's definitely getting dick punched when she comes over for the next holiday. This ain't gonna go well. Or she doesn't like her sister. That same TaylorMade friend does PR, sent the news. It was breaking today, and seems like you were right about it. When your sis saw him, I live in Carlsbad, TaylorMade's base. No reason he would be in Pac Beach a few days earlier on a random Monday. I can give you more. Hold on, Dan. Have you
Yeah.
ever been to Southern California?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Have you ever been to Carlsbad?
I think so.
Yeah, I know we have. I know
Yeah.
we have. With Gas Lamp and up on the hill, had some
Oh, yeah.
great
Mhm.
great Asian food up there. There's a lot of reasons to be in Southern California a day before you're supposed to be there. A lot
Yeah.
of reasons.
Hmm.
Now, if one of them is you know who, now that could be a reason to get there a little earlier than you needed to be. But what do you take from this? What do you take from Rory McIlroy now in the bed in Southern California?
Oh man, so there's a coupled with that, we have this other couple of
Hmm.
tweets from when Rory
Oh, do
uh
we? Oh, do we?
announced, or when his team announced, or it was found out that he was splitting from his wife. So here here are these. Go through these.
Let's see. Oh, tracking Rory. Brooks Koepka post, by the way. Rory's former partner and professional tennis player, Caroline Wozniacki, commented on the post too.
Yeah, so
Hot.
Brooks made a post on Instagram saying, he's proud of his wife, and posted a magazine cover. And then, this was the same day that Rory's camp announced, or they found out that he was getting a divorce, right? And then Wozniacki says, hot mama down below. So when I saw this, and we didn't know on Monday of last week that, or whatever week it was, that what was going on, it's like, well, that's kind of talk about hot takes. That's a little hot take by Brooksy, who's friends with Rory, that, hey, why would you post something about your buddy
Is
going
he?
through the,
Is he really a friend? I
oh
mean,
yeah, they play together all the time. Yeah. They're pals. Yeah. It's probably the 4 major versus 5 major respect thing, right? So they're pals. But yeah, why would you
it
post
ain't
this?
easy having pals.
Exactly. But why would you post this about one of your pals if he's going through rough times? Well, apparently, maybe he already potentially, allegedly knew something else was going on for quite some time. So that's my take on it.
Ah, that's an very interesting play, sir. Very
Yeah.
interesting play.
Yeah. But I know Brooks has said, in interviews, yeah, Roy and him, they're pals. They play golf all the time, that kind of thing. So they definitely are not enemies. So, yeah. But he's always stirring the pot, though. Always stirring the pot. Get away from Brooks. He's always going to be doing that.
He is always stirring the pot. I'm a big fan. Big fan of stirring the pot. I can't say enough about. I love how stirring the pot makes you feel invigorated and motivated.
Yeah, exactly.
Way to go, Bryson. Way to go on not winning, but winning your second major.
Exactly.
Keep up the good
So,
work, bud. I
so
think
what do
it's
you think? You
wonderful.
believe it?
Allegedly, she's. I hear there's trouble in paradise and at South Pack. So yeah, I mean, I would be more at this point. I would be more apt to believe it than not.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
And
too.
Rory didn't play so great at the PGA Championship.
No, no.
And guess when Rory doesn't play good.
Just like
Guess
Tiger says.
guess when Rory plays really good. Like
Mm,
look at his past two outings.
he played
And then
really
and
good.
what
Yeah.
look so cancel the PGA Championship.
Hmm.
His past two outings, how good did Rory play? Rory was hanging with his bro, Shane Lowry,
Good point.
and
Good
and
point.
and then he shows up and wins at Quail Hollow.
Hmm.
We get it. Then we get announcements, and then the rumor mill gets fired up. It could have been a little preoccupied. I wonder if anybody saw him over at sipping on a little Elijah Craig.
Good point.
Just saying. Just saying.
Interesting
don't know.
stuff. Interesting stuff. If it is true, she has to get like reassigned to baseball or something.
No, she was doing a lot of football stuff last year.
Okay,
Not a lot,
football,
but she was
but AKA less golf.
she was still with CBS, still doing things. So
No, I get that, but I'm saying that if it's true, she can't cover the PGA Tour anymore.
cannot
Mm.
cover the PGA Tour. No, not happening. I
So
wouldn't would
how many more events, if it's true, do you think she gets to work before she gets taken off the PGA Tour?
I think it's probably being investigated immediately.
Yeah,
Like
I do too.
I think if you had the guy that lost his pants on Friday morning investigating the situation, we'd already be down to the bottom of things.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Already be down to the bottom of things.
All right, what else we got? There's a lot of PGA Tour news. My goodness.
That's a lot of stuff. We've got the Colonial. Do we want to go through the Colonial? Do we
You
want
just want to
to
do a lineup real quick, or what do you want
we
to do?
yeah.
Let's just do a lineup.
We can roll one. We can roll one. I am gonna hit our friends up over here at Fantasy National. I'm gonna do like I already know kind of who I got picked. If you want to go, if you want to know what's happening,
Just write Cal on Instagram. He'll tell you all about who to pick.
I will. Yeah, and if you want to know who to pick, probably don't pick who we're gonna pick, but let's do one. So here's where I think this is gonna go, Dan. I think we got to go to it's going to be as in John Rahm's best interest. I mean, he's going to tell you this is going to become a fucking putt off. It's a putt off.
Putting contest.
It's a putt off. So here's where I think we got to wind up at. This is approach. It's a putt off. I think it's going to be good. And I think we got a solid lineup here. Where do you want to head to?
Well,
Charles Schwab Challenge, by the way, otherwise known as Colonial, and the course is going to look a whole lot different. I mean, I could roll through some stuff just off top of mind and where I know we need to be.
okay, you go first. I'm getting the slap here.
Okay. Well, he finished like T9 last week. He's already won one in a weaker field. I would be very surprised if we see Scotty Scheffler here this week. I know it's a Texas course and all that. Billy Ho is where we got to start. I don't want to, but I think and that's my one and done for the week. I think we're going to see a two-time champion this week in Billy Horschel.
Okay, I like it.
So a few other people that I like is I mean it's not going to be over you hit fairways, but it's all about approach and it's all about putting. And I got to get out of your screen because I got some I think it's a Denny McCarthy kind of track from a putting.
Bad week last week, but I agree with you on that. Yep.
I'm fine with him taking a little vacation.
Little breather. Yep.
I'm fine with him taking a break.
I like that. I like that.
Anybody else that I mean,
I'd say Harris for sure. Maybe.
I say we go double H actually.
Double H.
I mean, I'm Harris, but then I say we add another H into the lineup.
Okay.
Which H we can add 3 if we can afford it, but what's the next H you want to? I mean, it's got to be a Hoge track, right?
Yeah, Hoge.
So we're at $7,800, and we got 3 people left. I mean, there's a lot of people. So Hubbard looked good last week. I mean, I think Hubbard at $7,700. I think we can pull him down pretty easy. If you're good with Hubbard?
Yep.
I mean, he's going to make the cut. He's going to move on. And I mean, we can go some different ways here. I'm good at 7,700. I'm good at 7,600.
Who do you got? You got Hoge, Horschel, Hubbard, McCarthy, right?
I got I put English in too.
No, you didn't, because you wouldn't have the right amount of stuff.
I got $7,900.
I don't have that. I don't have that. Who am I missing? Because I got
Hoge, English, Horschel, Hubbard, McCarthy.
I got $6,500 left.
Well, you've got another person in there. I've got English, Horschel, Hubbard, and McCarthy.
Okay, you don't have Hoge in yet.
Oh, I don't have Hoagie, right? Let's see. Ooh, I think we can still get there.
If you want to get to Hoge, then you gotta get on the
No,
sixes.
no. Hold on, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It ain't a
Going,
TPC, but it could.
you can go KH Lee.
Well, we could, or if you were going to drop somebody here, who would you drop?
Out of
So
those five,
I think Seabez could be interesting.
we can drop here Harris English. He's the most expensive, right? So we drop him. We drop him.
What's Bez at? Bez is at 8,900. That didn't really help us much, but
What about Dietrich?
where's he at?
8,000.
I'm fine with that. We got to drop somebody though. Who are we going to drop?
I dropped English to get to Dietrich, and now we got one more.
It's Eckroat.
You'll go there?
Yeah.
All right. Eckroat it is. Play it a winner.
Could be a big winner. I think I'm going to go. So talk me out of Billy Ho for the week. Dixie.
No, there's no talking about Billy Ho. He had a great week last week.
He did. Billy Ho's on fire. Putter's hot with Billy Ho. I'm on for Billy Ho.
T8 at PGA, T52 Wells, first at Puticana, T7 Houston. Yeah. I mean, look at the green. I mean, 20th in this field off the tee, 72nd on approach, around the green, 16th, and then 13th putting. I mean, that's solid right there. Model rank 5th. Yeah. He's definitely gonna not make the cut.
I'll put a bottle on that one. He's definitely
I'm kidding.
definitely making the cut. Definitely making the cut. All right. I guess until we meet again, hey.
Yeah, so closing comments on the PGA and any early leans for Pinehurst.
Bryson DeChambeau. Did you say Jordan Spieth?
Just kidding with you.
Early leans. I mean Bryson top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Morikawa, we didn't talk about him. He could be a thing there. I think it's Bryson all the way, man. I think
all right, give me a minute here. Let me pull this up. We're not that long. We're fine. Let's pull this up. Let's see if we have any early odds here that you like. All right, here we go. To win, Scotty's now plus 400. Rory's plus 900. These are the same odds we had for the PGA. Bryson plus 2,000. Lock it in, right?
Come on.
Lock it in.
It ain't. I mean, you know, the next time you're going to see Bryson DeChambeau
at the U.S. Open. Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's see. You think Justin Thomas can play well at Pinehurst?
So it's a harder golf. I mean, it's definitely going to play hard. We were there. I don't know whenever the last time we were there, but it's definitely going to be a bit more challenging. I mean, yeah, probably.
What about Fleetwood?
No.
Nope.
Can't. I don't think there's any reason to do it. I don't. Who can we
Reed.
go? I mean, if you can get a top 20, not for the win.
Reed? I'm just thinking that short game with those greens and everything.
I know. No, I don't think for the win. I mean, hey man, I don't think for the win.
Harris English plus 13,000.
Not for the win. Not for the win. What about who? You know, you want to go? What's up?
I'm going deep. Yeah.
What's Javi? How deep's Javi? Is he deep?
You know what? I didn't even see him, so he must be deep. What about Rahm? Plus 1,400.
When's the last time they saw Pinehurst?
Was it 14?
It's been a while.
2014, yeah. Hovland at plus 1600. That's what you were just asking me, right? That short game, you think the short game can go? You think he can play that?
I mean, everybody's been dogging him out because I mean, I'll agree, but that what was it, last year? I mean, the short Southern Hills. I mean, he got around kind of pretty good.
He did.
I mean,
Morikawa. Yeah.
What's the number look like? Is the number good?
Plus 2000, yeah.
I think, yeah.
All right, that's enough for now.
Right. I got this. I got a little lady over here in the corner. She's calling me.
Okay, all right. We'll let you go. Sounds good, man.
Not a lady from Southern California. A little lady from the Low Country.
The Low Country. All right, man. Sounds good.
We'll do it again, and we got some exciting things coming up for the show. Thanks for sticking around. Hey, if you like what you're listening, if you don't like what you're listening to, how about that? Hit a like. That way we know you don't like it.
There you go.